Actually, I met him when I was going to introduce a friend to my girlfriend. So I asked my sister to set a blind date. So he came along. So that's how we met. But I have no first impression, but I sense that he is interested in me, right? Because when he asked me a lot of questions, so I sense it.
For me, it was love, love at first sight.
At the end of the blind date, he asked me for my phone number, so I gave him my phone number. But anyway, he managed to forgot my number, but managed to get my phone number from the telephone directory. And then he came and then he said, asked me for a date lah. That's how we met. But first date, second date, I was not impressed, But then the third time, my sister said give a third chance. Third chance is then as he started to talk, so I thought he's not so bored. Because first time I thought it's very boring. Okay. So I started to speak, and then so that's the beginning. And then he comes very often to my place, and my parents like him a lot. And they also pushing me to say you are about 20 something, you should get married. So I said okay.
Also, my parents were anxious that I should get married, because and then they were pushing me to go out with her friends. But I wasn't very interested until I met her.
Yeah, the period is when he's traveling his work. He was traveling a lot, and I was quite lonely. And then we had the children were young, so after that when I took up golf, so I was quite crazy about golf. So I played almost every day. If I can, 9 hole, 18 hole, and after that we will have the dinner with my friends, and also during the time I play mahjong in the night, so leave him alone. So he a bit left out. I think he's because he's hardly home. So I thought I must have a life of my own. So I was not really happy, because we take care of but luckily we have a helper to take care of the children, and then I can play my golf.
My career went into a crisis, and my office colleague invited me to attend the cell-mem group. And then from there I started to attend church. Okay, and slowly it changed my perspective of marriage. That we should be living together, not separately, pursue our own direction. We went to a few marriage seminar, and it gave us a very good perspective of God and marriage. God and marriage.
Actually, when I was young, I attended church already actually, and then after we got married, I backslided. I didn't attend. I think basically because I really in the world already, because you have friends who are so worldly, so you just follow them. They want to buy this, you want to buy that, all. So my perspective of God wasn't there anymore. My sister Chong has been praying so long for me, and then one day I just suddenly say I want to go back to church. Yeah, so must be God calling me back. Then by studying the Word of God, God transformed me, myself, not him. Transform me, and because I'm the one who's the head of the house, not him. Because the time I didn't know without reading the Word of God, you don't know who is the head of the house. You think I am the head of the house. So when I heard the word that the man must be the head of the house, not the woman head of the house. So from then I relinquished my position as a head of the house. Yeah, I think that was a good thing, that now respect him more because last time I used to, for me, I when I get angry, I just blare out. I just blare out. Whether I hurt him or not, I don't know. Yeah.
We would go to study the word after service, and that help us to build up our Christian life. Learn to be more tolerant with her, understand her, be more patient with her, and also help us to learn how to serve together in the church. Her strength is in hospitality. She does it very well. So I allowed her to grow in the service and support her.
So when we were in Hong Kong, we were looking for a church. We managed to find this ICA, and then it is suitable for us. Being in a church is not waiting for people to come to you. And then for me, straight away I made myself known to people, so that I won't feel like I'm left out in the church. Even the pastor came out and asked, the wife came out and asked me to for lunch. I thought, wow, this church damn good. They invited me for lunch, but actually she asked me to do something in church, to get involved. So also in the hospitality, in the hospital, I did. That's where I get involved in the church.
In Hong Kong, we actually brought the love of God to the cell that we went to.
Yeah.
And it was a very good time serving them, because most of the members are all quite having a difficult marriage life. And they saw us as a good model for them.
Actually, yeah. And then in Hong Kong, the cell group is not like house. They are very express. They don't share. When you go the cell group, you got share that how God good is. Nobody sharing. Only the two of us. Every session we are sharing experience of testimony of how God is so good to us. Yeah. So in that way, later on, the cell group opened up. Everybody started to share. That was really good. Without God in our life, in the marriage, is not the same, because we have the thought of a lot of things that is not godly, it's worldly things. So you really enjoy your life. You think that's a perfect type of life you want, but actually it's not. When I was really enjoying my life that time, I think that my life was very good actually, but I wasn't really that happy, you see. Yeah, because I'm doing things all on my own. Then he's doing, must understand each other actually. You need to have God in your life. For me, when I knew that about God, I feel that, I have to change. Yeah, we have to tolerate each other, to persevere, endurance, Yeah. So my advice for the young people is they need to really seriously talk through in a counseling, go for marriage counseling, and then better that is a godly one, that godly advice, because life is a long road. Okay, it's not the easy path. There are ups and downs. You have children. When children comes, right? Then you have children problem. You have to deal with also. All this also. If sometimes if you can't take it, then if your the other half is not helping, then you find frustrated, right? Yeah. So all these things add up. So that's why so many marriages break down, because they can't cope, and they think that's the end.
When I got married, I did not have any idea what it was all about. You see a picture of a bride and a groom, and that's it. But there are more things to marriage and need to be understood. And the earlier you come into grasp with it, the better it is. So my advice is, if you go to church and find out what God has planned for you for your marriage.